And welcome back to the channel where we talk about only good comics. I'm Brant, and this is Friday First. This is that series where we talk about those brand new number one issues, new character debuts, new story arcs, and the like. And this is four books that are coming out on December 10th, 2025. And this is episode 101. This is the new format. Before I get into the new show and everything and talk about how we're going to do this, I do want to thank everyone that checked out the 100th episode, that entered the giveaway and everything. Congratulations once again to the winner, Space Case Collectibles. I'm going to get those out soon. And yeah, all the great comments that I've received here and across social media, I appreciate it. Really, really kind of made my holiday. So I appreciate it so much. So as you can see, I've kind of downscaled my background kind of thing. Well, actually, I've upgraded my background, but my overlays and all this stuff, and I'm actually not going to keep this up the whole time. I will be getting rid of that and just kind of going full screen. See how that feels. See how you all like it. Do you like it like this or with the frame that I used to have? I'll show that to you real quick. Do I still have it up here? Might have deleted it actually. No, here we go. Just to show you how it used to be. There we go. This was the old kind of layout that I used to do for this show. And I like it, but it feels a little dated. So I thought I would start fresh and do it a little bit different and go the full screen route. But let me know which way you prefer. Do you like it like this? Do you like it with a little touch like this, or like it the old way? Whatever the case may be, or do you care at all? You just want to watch the content, which is cool with me too. All right, so the way this is going to work now, if you are a longtime viewer of the show, what I used to do was I would start off with some mini reviews of books that I talked about last week. So I would, share 2 to 5 short recaps and my thoughts on those books. Then I would go into some honorable mentions or shout outs. Then I would talk about all the first issues coming out that week. And then I would share some other books. So stripping all that away, in case you haven't tuned in for a while, I talked about this for the past few episodes, that starting with this episode, this new format was going to take place. So now we're doing a top list. This week, it just happens to be the top 10. It's not always going to be 10 first issues or whatever, but this week it worked out. And I actually will have one honorable mention, but I'm going to save that for the end of the countdown here. So this is how we're going to do it. So we're going to count down from 10 to 1, what I think are the best first issues or first appearances or first, or new story arcs, etc., for this coming week. All right, so with that said, let's jump into this top list. I'm going to switch screens to get ready for that. Now, as you can see, I do still have an overlay for this part just to hide like the blank spots of the website and just like, my tabs and everything up top. And there goes a picture in my background. You might have heard that fall. Anyway, to get rid of all the background stuff on their website and still keep me picture in picture. So I still kept this little layout. But all right, let's jump into this first episode of this format. Forgive me for kind of filling my way through it. All right, so coming in at number 10 this week is Geiger issue number 19. This is from Image Comics Ghost Machine imprint. And no, it's not a first issue, but it is, and it's not even like a first issue of a story arc or anything like that. It is a solo story featuring Ash Arden and her journey as she's going to save these kids that are being trafficked. And the reason this is on the first list this week, though, is because of the last line of the description there where it says, and the future of Geiger starts here. So this is kind of a turning point for the series, what's going to happen with Geiger, Tariq, going forward in the story. So for that reason, it falls on the list, but obviously because it's not technically a first, it has to fall in the number 10 spot. So let's move on. And coming in at number 9 from Bad Idea Comics is Ordained issue number 1. This is by Robert Venditti with art by Trevor Hairsine. And this is an interesting concept. right? So this is about a priest who is giving last rites to this person on death row, and as he does, this guy confesses to all his crimes, and all his crimes, it turns out that he's the head of the Irish mafia. And so he tells them everything, where all the bodies are buried and all this stuff. And as fate would have it, he gets pardoned. And he wasn't, I'm sorry, he wasn't on death row. He was on his deathbed. He was dying from oh, what was it? Trying to find it real quick in here. It's in the description. I don't remember exactly, and I can't pinpoint it real quick. But he had a turnaround, and he was going to survive, and he's going to get out. And the problem is now he's told this priest all his secrets, so he has to come for him. What he doesn't know is this priest is a former Navy SEAL, and so it's not going to be so easy to take him out. So I thought that was a really interesting concept, and very familiar with Venditti's writing. Had a long stint on Green Lantern, various other things. So very capable writer. So I thought it was pretty curious. So that is why Ordained is coming in at number 9. All right, coming in at number 8 is Our Soot-Stained Heart, issue 1. This is from Mad Cave Studios, written by Joni Haig with art by Stephen Morian. And this is the first chapter of this steampunk Santa story, as it describes itself here. Let's see. I'll just read a little bit of the description here. It says, the Coalition is a city of wonder in the deep north, but it is ruled by the cruel Governor Glass and his factory lords. Coal is the lifeline of the city, and for honest works like young Peggy Stone's, life can be hard because of the nefarious quota. To get extra coal at the end of the year, you must be bad every day. Peggy's life is thrown into chaos when she is imprisoned and sent into exile, which begins a harrowing journey to the ends of the world to find answers that could change the world. And the fine print on the cover there says, the first chapter of a steampunk Santa story. So I think that's a really interesting concept. You're kind of reversing the story of Santa, because where you have to be in the classic Santa Claus story, you have to be good to get presents from Santa, right? In this story, you have to be bad to get coal, which is basically currency in this place. And now this young character, Peggy Stones, is going to travel north and I guess find Santa or become Santa. I don't know exactly what's going to happen to turn this all around. So that's really interesting concept. That's pretty creative, and that is why Our Soot-Stained Heart, issue number 1, falls on this list at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is a book called Umbral Chains, illustrated by Nicola. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that last name, but he is known for, I'll just click over to his bio here and show you. So he's known for Godzilla from IDW. He's also done Batman Urban Legends and the current series Batman and Robin. So if you're familiar with that art style, this is the artist behind that, but he's also writing this book, and you'll notice there's no description here. So you can find this on his Instagram, and there are more details about it. But I will read you the description that I found about this book, because I think it's pretty interesting as well. And then another interesting tidbit about this that will enable you to read this, even, well, your comic shop's not going to have this, but I'll tell you where you can read this. So it says, Umbral Chains is a shonen action horror story about a trio of kids attending a monster hunting school where students armed with dark gifts learn how to identify, handle, and neutralize creatures of the night. Follow Gino, Adam, and Belle in this exciting and dark story of mystery and self-discovery. So the really cool thing about this book is that he is releasing this for free digitally. So you can go to Global Comics, and I think there was one other place. It was Global Comics, and it'll be on Global Comics and Manga Plus creators for free to read digitally. So if you have an account at either one of those, you can go check it out. But it sounds pretty cool. The art looks great. Interesting concept, fun story. So go check out Umbral Chains. It doesn't cost you a thing, and that's why it's in this top picks list at number 7. Coming in at number 6 from Image Comics and Top Cow Productions is The Darkness, issue number 1. This is yet another reboot of The Darkness, and I believe that this might be spinning out of the current Witchblade series. We have seen hints of that in there. I have not read an issue of Witchblade in a while, but when I was reading it, we were kind of heading towards that direction. So I'm assuming that they're tied together. But this one is written by Mark Silvestri, and this issue features Ed Benes art, and then it changes to Raymond Gay as the regular interior artist after issue 1. So if you're a fan of The Darkness and you've been clamoring for another Darkness series, here we go. Jackie Estagato is back in the picture, and I'll just read a little bit here. He was both blessed and cursed on his 21st birthday when he became the bearer of the darkness, an elemental force that allows those who wield it to access an otherworldly dimension and control over the demons who dwell there. Forces in the world rise up to face Jackie and the evil his gift represents. But the problem in his story is evil is good. So there you go. So if you are following the Top Cow line of characters, you'll want to check this one out, and that's why this one comes in at number 6. All right, coming in at number 5 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 13. The reason this one is on the list is because we are getting a new writer to start off a new era of TMNT. Gene Luen Yang from American Born Chinese, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Superman Smashes the Klan is coming on as the writer for TMNT. And it says this is following the events that happened last issue, but they are facing a completely different New York where they are viewed as heroes. But this celebration will be short-lived as new threats come up, and there's this mutant yak Papa Bing who is determined to kind of expand his power base. And there are other TMNT villains that are being stalked by a new assassin called Yujigami as well. So all kinds of new stuff going on in this new era of TMNT. Going to be interesting to see what Gene Luen Yang can do with these characters. And I'm excited for this next era, and that's why TMNT 13 comes in at number 5. Next up coming in at number 4 from DC Comics is Aquaman issue number 12. And the reason this one is here is because it is part of DCKO All Fight Month. This is round 2 of 8. We got the first one, the first round this previous week with Superman versus Captain Atom. Now we get the second part here in Aquaman issue number 12. So this is the fight between Aquaman and Hawkman in this tournament to become this being that can take out Darkseid, right? So very excited about all of these battles for the month of December, this All Fight month, and that's why this one is ranking here at number 4. All right, coming in at number 3, again from DC Comics, we have Absolute Batman issue number 15. Scott Snyder teaming back up with Jock for this issue as we get our first full introduction of Absolute Joker. And we, in the vein of Alfred telling Bruce the story of this man he's been chasing for years, which we will come to know as this new crazy looking version of the Joker. Big spec book this week, of course. So definitely had to be on the list. Maybe a lot of you are surprised it's at number 3, and the only reason it's not higher, A, because it's not a first issue and this is a first list, B, because it's kind of an origin story in a roundabout way, and C, it may just be one issue that we're getting this right now, and then he comes back into play later on. So that's why it's just a little lower for me. But I'm definitely excited about this book. Love this series. But that's your number 3 this week. Absolute Batman number 15. Coming in at number 2 is The End 2099 issue number 1. We are saying goodbye to all the characters, all the storylines from Marvel's 2099 line. Um, you know, over the years, the 2099 stuff has been hit and miss. Some of it's been really, solid. Some of it's been not so great. Um, but I remember when it first came out, how exciting it was to, meet all these new characters, the same way the Ultimate Universe was, the same way the Absolute Universe is, et cetera, et cetera. But you know, at some point you've got to say goodbye. But at the same time, we're saying goodbye to this, we are ushering in something new, as this issue also ushers in the beginning of Spider-Man 3099. So I'm really excited to see what another version of Spider-Man, another 1,000 years in the future, is going to look like. So yeah, I'm very curious about that. Plus, we have Steve Orlando writing this, and I'm a big fan of Steve Orlando's work. Um, been loving the Scarlet Witch stuff that he's been doing. So, and Abraham Robertson is the artist here. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty good art as well. So, yeah, I'm very, very curious about this book, and that's why this one lands in this countdown at number 2. Then finally, coming in at number 1 is DCKO Wonder Woman versus Lobo issue 1. This is round 3 of All Fight Month for the DCKO tournament. And this, of course, is Wonder Woman fighting Lobo in the tournament. So can the princess take on the main man? We know from DCKO issue number 2 that Lobo has the Venom, which, supercharges him, gives him an advantage. I don't remember what item Wonder Woman grabs. If somebody can let me know in the comments, I'd love to hear. I don't recall. But either way, this is going to be a knockdown drag out fight. It's going to be fun. Lobo's always, full of humor as well. So really curious to see how this fight plays out and who's going to win. Who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be Aquaman or Hawkman? And is it going to be Wonder Woman or Lobo? Let me know in the comments below what you think. But that is your number 1 DCKO Wonder Woman versus Lobo. And finally, we have one honorable mention this week, Spider-Man and Wolverine issue number 8. This is not a series that I have been reading, but my good friend Mike Spiderslayer has been reading this. He's been enjoying this. And in this issue, we have a brand new villain debuting. I believe by the cover, the villain's name is Arachnix. So I'm always curious to see a new Spider-Man villain, especially a spider-themed villain. That's kind of interesting. So yeah, I might check this issue out. And that's why this one lands on that honorable mention list. Doesn't really quite fit into the firsts. I guess it does with the first appearance of villain, but didn't quite make my top 10. But there you go. One honorable mention for this week. And there you have it. That is the top 10 this week. Let me know what you think about the new format. If you like the top countdown, the top picks countdown instead, as opposed to the way that I used to do the show. Of course, if you're new to the show, I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. And of course, as always, if you'd like to see more of my content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, you can follow me across social media at Only Good Comics, or type in onlygoodcomics.com to take you right back to this YouTube channel where we talk about only good comics. Until next time, thanks for watching. Take care. Keep reading those comics, and I'll see you soon.